Hello, everybody. So I am sitting here trying to have a productive morning because it's almost 5 a.m. and I got work to do. But I wanted to come and make this video because I want to help some folks out there. I want to talk to you guys about how to handle when your bills, how to handle dealing with your cable company or your light company, gas company, water company, any company that you purchase services from, okay? You are not at these people's mercy because these people have to do right by you by the law, okay? Everybody always thinks, oh, I'm just going to sue. But a lot of the times you can get your issues with companies solved by doing certain things. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple of things that you can do. So I want to tell you the steps that you want to take when you get screwed over by a company. So let me tell you about my experience, okay? I'm not going to really go public about this until the company, because I'm still sort of in mediation with this company. But basically, with any company, it doesn't matter what the fuck company it is. I mean, this could be your cell phone bill. I actually worked in the billing department of Sprint for several years. I was a supervisor. I was very good at reading bills. And one thing that I want to tell you is that these companies will fucking rip you off. It's when you get to adding services. Now, they're already ripping you off because they're charging you, they're billing you in advance, but it's not actually due for 30 days. And then after that, you still have extra time to pay on it, okay? Now, what do you do if you have a company that is the only company? Let's say, for example, there are some areas that only have one phone company. There's some areas that only have one cable company, one internet provider. So a lot of times when you get your cable or your internet, you can't just be fucking around like you got to pay your bill. I mean, for me personally, I have to have my internet. I got to have my TV. I got to have all that shit. Okay? Internet, TV, phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm into the new technology shit. There are some people that don't have cable. They don't want to pay for it. There's some people that only watch the internet. So, like, for me personally, I don't know. I am going to think about it because for me personally, if I'm going to pay that amount, I want to know you're going to do right by me because right now I'm thinking about canceling my goddamn contract. So, let me tell you what they do. Whenever you get with a cable or internet company, you have to watch out for them. Cable and internet, the laws are a little bit more lax on them, but they still cannot screw you over. They have to, they all fall under a certain code. Now keep in mind, your gas company, your light company, your water company, all of these people that own these companies, they bought the shares and shit. So there's people who can actually buy shares in cable. You can invest shares in gas, okay? Because there's a lot of different gas companies, and there's actually more gas companies and more light companies coming out because there's people that are they're opening up their own little grandma and grandpa light and gas companies. It's really strange, and it's different in different areas. That's just like, I think where I'm at, the only light company we have is Georgia Power. You know what I'm saying? And I actually like Georgia Power, and they're pretty cool. So the ones in the certain areas where they're the only place, they purchase that right. So there's certain cable companies and light companies and gas companies because there's people that own it, and you just never know. You like, how the fuck these people, you be riding by people's house, they have these big ass fucking, you be, how the fuck these people own it? Because they in the shit, they invest in a share. Okay, so everybody There's people that are rich off of your gas bill right now. And they don't work at the goddamn gas company. They just purchase shares, okay? So when you're dealing with these companies, some of them have certain rules, some of them don't. This is why the light company, sometimes they'll let your light bill get real high before they shut you off because they're giving you time to pay it. Because there's certain rules that they have to follow. And they cannot just shut off your services if you are in any area. Okay? And see, this is something that can really disturb and upset the balance of somebody's life, especially when you just move or you just relocate somewhere. And you know, and you know what? Let me tell you something. The bottom line is that what these companies will do is they will overcharge you when you add or remove services. This is how they get your money. Okay? This is why when you get your cell phone bill, it's always double what the fuck you were supposed to be paying, because they already getting you with the taxes. They already getting you with the fucking other fucking fees. So they make millions of dollars per year just off of the fucking fees, administrative fees. You just got to read your bill. A lot of people don't read your bills, people. These people are ripping you off. So here's what I want to tell you, the steps that you want to take to protect yourself. Don't freak out. People get very stressed out over their bills and they will have a heart attack. I know people allergies, guys. I have really bad allergies and they're really bad right here because this place is not properly insulated and I'm right by this fucking freeway. I'm about to purchase a home. So what ends up happening is that these places, car companies too, car lots. If you buy a car and it breaks down like a month later, and next thing you know, you can't get your ass to work and you like, fuck, what the hell am I supposed to do? There are certain lemon laws that you need to know. And see, these places will fuck over you. They will tell you, oh, it's not our responsibility. You signed a waiver. Oh, but I beg to differ. You can go to your FCC, the FCC, as well as the your attorney general, your mayor. Okay? When you're getting stalked and harassed and it's been going on continuously, you go to, and if you start getting harassed by government officials or people working for the government or people claiming to work for the government and they acting shady especially, report that shit to the FCC, Attorney General, Mayor's office. I'd say that if you got government officials harassing you, you need to go to your mayor. If I got brutalized by the police, I'm going to go to my mayor's office. I'm not going to go to the police and report it because they're like, you reporting us to us? So you got to be smart about it. Okay, you have rights, but you don't want to let these certain companies stress you out. So, for example, my recent situation was with a cable company. And I got with this company and I'm okay with it. You know, when I move, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to switch to, and they know I want to leave because it's just been too much stress. Okay. Here's what they'll do. When you add services to your account, let's say that you're on a plan and you say, oh my God, I want 500 more minutes per month. And then you call in and you say, oh, I want this per month. And they say, oh, well, you know what? This comes with this and that. And would you like to purchase this, this, and that? You see, they're trying to sell you something. See, that's what they do, upsells. So it's like, oh, would you like to purchase the insurance for that? You know, and things like that. So a lot of times the people that could be working for the company could be very fucking shady. Okay? You got to be very careful with people that you work with, and you got to be careful to what you agree with. Okay? Because I actually might have to sue a company. I'm not sure. It just depends on how they resolve the issue. Because at this point, if I call you, if you call and see, they'll do you like that because they know you have no other choice and they just want that money. Now, if you get a bill and it's not what it should be, and you know the bill is wrong, and you call in, how you can tell they're full of shit. First of all, you already know they're full of shit, but what they'll do is they'll keep trying to reiterate this fucking delusional lie to you over and over and over and over again. No, don't allow them to do that. Okay, but if they keep doing it, if you've made 20 phone calls, it's been a month, what these companies will do is they will cancel your goddamn service and they will stick that shit on your credit. So you got to be smart because you want your credit to be good. You care about your credit, okay? You know, there's a few things on my credit that I got to pay before I buy a house. But, you know, when you buy a house, when you get your credit to that point, you know, you get all kind of, you know, I mean, people love buying a house is so fucking exciting because, you know, you can end up with a couple of grand in your pocket or 50 grand or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how much that bank is going to let you borrow. And you might say, hey, I want to fix this up. I want to paint. I need an extra 50 grand. And they'll give it to you if you qualify for it, depending on your income. Okay? But for me personally, I would rather keep my mortgage down. You know what I'm saying? I think for me, because I am about to purchase my forever home. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say forever because I think I have a feeling I might be picking it out by myself, but I'm not sure because it just depends. You know what I'm saying? But because I could get in it and decide, oh my God, this is, you know, I want something, you know, else because it just depends on what you want. You know, like for me, there's specific things that I'm looking for. You know, I'm looking for security. I'm definitely looking at location, the views. I want to make sure that I feel like I'm in the forest because it's so beautiful here in Georgia. But what ended up happening was, or what they'll do when they add services, they'll send you a bill that's about $300 more than what the fuck it's supposed to be. Oh, well, ma'am, I'll explain your bill to you. This is prorated charges and this charge and that fucking charge and this fucking charge. And there are people that will actually pay it. Why would you do that? And a lot of customers are smart, but a lot of them aren't. Okay? These companies get sued left and right for the same goddamn thing. And it's called a class action lawsuit. Okay? So class action lawsuit is where, you know, you probably want maybe $5 grand or something, you know. So you all get together, you pay for your attorney, and you sue the company. And there's been several people that have done that in a lot of different communities, because that company has done that. And so you have to know that, you know, you don't just sit up there and go, well, shit, I ain't got cable no more, so I'm just gonna sit up here and get upset and smack the kids. And no, you got to be smart, okay? So first of all, don't let them stress you out. When they send you that bill, okay, you need to call them within a few weeks because that's about how long it takes for the mail. That's about how long it takes for people to open their mail. Give it a couple of weeks. Don't call them immediately. Don't act thirsty with them, okay? Call them in a few weeks. Just say, oh, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? If I get a bullshit ass bill, I'll throw that shit to the side from me. I'll deal with this bullshit. Like, man, these motherfuckers got me. I'm sitting over there. And it's due in 30 days. Oh, really? No, they'll say it's due in 2 weeks or some shit. No, this is not 30. You bill me 30 days in advance, you ain't getting paid until 30 days in advance. And see, they got a lot of flaws in their billing system. Because they will take it. It's like a little bonus. It's so the salespeople can get their fucking bonus. That's why they do that. That's the only reason. That's not a prorated charge. What the fuck prorate? You're already charging me in advance. So what the fuck are you prorating? You can have all those charges removed. If your bill is supposed to be $60 and they send you a bill for $300 and they say it's for prorated charges, oh really? Prorated charges? And they keep telling you this is, and they keep trying to explain it to you. Well, see, my problem was that I called in and this sales bitch, instead of her doing what the fuck she was supposed to do, she actually started billing me so that she could get the sale. Because when you call in, they don't get the sale unless you agree to the billing. But the bitch lied and said you're not going to get billed until you activate it, because I called ahead of time because I knew I was going to get my, the TVs that I wanted. So 2 weeks later, I get a bill. I hadn't even started using the service. 2 weeks later, I get a bill. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I didn't agree to this shit. My bill's supposed to be $60. Okay? So I call in. They playing dumb as a motherfucker. Oh, she said you agreed. Because, see, a lot of people, there's specific laws set up because there's companies that do bait and switch. There's company that come, and these companies will extort you. This is called extortion. Because what they'll do is they'll say, well, we do know that person made a mistake, but this is our policy. And they'll refuse to credit it. Or they'll tell you, oh, we did credit it. Well, why didn't the amount change? They'll try to talk to you like you stupid, especially depending on what market area you live in. If you live in a good neighborhood, your call is going to get routed to a good customer service rep that's going to kiss your ass, okay? If you live in a black neighborhood that's predominantly black, you're going to get treated like shit and talk too bad when you're dealing with certain companies. It depends on what company you're talking to, okay? And I happen to know that this company, I believe that they're kind of racist. Yeah, definitely. So they refused to do it. So I said, well, I'm not paying it. You call in and you tell them I am not paying it. And then you don't pay it. Because if you pay it, then you're going to have a harder time getting your money back. You have to take a couple of minutes out of your time to sit down, go to FCC, go to the Attorney General website, as well as maybe even your mayor. Because if that's the only company that you have in your area, and then they'll say, well, and then they'll say, oh, well, we'll shut you off then because this past due balance. So what they did was they skated around the issue, bullshitted me around, gave me the runaround, switched me back and forth, hung up in my face, acted very rudely to me. Even the supervisors, they said, we are not going to take it off. You're going to have to pay it or we're going to shut you off. And I said, well, not so fast. I said, because you can't shut me off and I know that you can't. And she said, what do you mean? I said, because those companies are bound by law. They have to fix billing errors. It was an error. If you would have gotten a $60 or $70 bill, if that agent hadn't fucked up and made that mistake. Oh, and they'll change their policies all the time. Those types of companies have a high turnaround because nobody wants to stay with them. Who wants to stay? Like I was with AT&T for years, and I love AT&T because AT&T does it too. They do it too. But they will credit your account. But you sometimes have to go to the Better Business Bureau. You want to go to the Better Business Bureau first. Okay? File a complaint with them. Companies like that get the complaint immediately. Okay? You want to speak with a manager. Now, the company that I was dealing with this whole time, they had a corporate office. Find out if they have a corporate number. If they're not coming forthright with that goddamn corporate number, you know that these people are acting shady as hell. And you need to contact corporate. Okay? I'd say that would be the proper channel. Go to corporate. If corporate ain't no help, you know what? First of all, go to the Better Business Bureau first and then go to corporate. Because this company I was dealing with, the day that I went there, they had over 12,000 billing errors, billing complaints at the Better Business Bureau. They have a horrible reputation with the Better Business Bureau, okay? They're not accredited, but they still have to abide by the laws or they can get shut the fuck down. You're not supposed to extort people out of money. If you know that your bill is incorrect, then you need to fight it. But you don't have to get upset and cuss people out. Don't do that because because all that does is stress you out. See what I'm saying? So, you go to the Better Business Bureau first, then you wait for them to contact you. The company will contact you, okay? If you're not happy with that, you don't accept it. You go, I decline this, I reject this, I'm keeping this case open. You definitely do not make a payment, because as soon as you make a payment, even if you make a partial payment, okay, they're going to assume that you have the rest of it, and they're going to cut your shit off. I don't know if anybody ever heard of that when you're dealing with a company like that wants to shut your shit off. When you're dealing with a company like that, you don't pay them anything, because if you don't have the whole amount, or if they don't have that billing error fixed, you don't pay shit, and you tell them, I'm not paying nothing. Okay? In some states, you can do that with your rent, depending on what the issue is. If it's a security issue, if it's a life-threatening thing that your landlord is not fixing, you can withhold your rent, but you can't spend it. You have to put it in escrow. Okay? But it depends on your state. You call the Better Business Bureau. You go to their website, FCC, mayor's office, contact their corporate office, contact these people in writing. Because when you contact the Better Business Bureau, you're putting things in writing. You can sue companies for doing that to you. Okay? Especially if you have a home-based business and you need your internet and you need your cable because you got kids. But this company done stuck you with this $300 bill. Okay? So just be leery of that, okay? Do not accept it and just go, oh, I'm just going to go out and pay this bill. Or I'm going to go out and do something stupid so I can get the money. No, you fight that shit. They're not going to cut it off. As soon as you contact the Better Business Bureau, that company has to fix that fucking billing error. Okay? And when they call you, they're going to say, well, we're not going to fix it. Oh, well, I'll let the Better Business Bureau know, and I'll also take it further and contact the FCC. And then I'll also contact my mayor's office, and I'll also go to the news. Okay? You have to let people know that you will get the word out. Let them know that you'll sue them and you win. Okay? Because they can subpoena those phone records. They have to record those calls. Okay? I wouldn't deal with a company that doesn't record the calls, because they could do or say anything and it could cost you thousands sometimes. I mean, there are people that deal with, money in the thousands. And I'm actually getting ready to go to Maverick Trading. I'm really fucking excited. I want to do some goddamn day trading. I think it's like $500 to get in. Or maybe I think it might be $5,000. I don't know. One or the other, but I'm going to do that shit in my spare time. Do some investments and shit. See what the fuck going on that shit right there. Do the stock market online. And so anyway, be smart about the shit. Don't get yourself stressed out. And don't think, I ain't got no money to pay these bills. They want the whole goddamn thing. You know what? Why the fuck you sitting up there worrying about your bills? Fucking, because that's when you start worrying, when companies do stupid ass shit like that. Because they want you to worry. Because when you worry, you can't think of solutions. You see what I'm saying? So when your mind is, and you keep a clear head, a level head with these fuckers, because they will fuck over you. Companies will fuck over you if you let them. That's all I wanted to say, y'all. Just wanted to come and give some people some education. I got another video going up in a few minutes about grocery stores. Okay? I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.